It's one of the biggest football games in our region year after year. It's the Musket Bowl, and it's back this week. The Daniel Boone High School football team will travel to David Crockett for this year's renewal of the rivalry on Friday. The matchup has a rich tradition going back 54 years. News Channel 11's Karen Jenkins breaks down the history of the rivalry and takes a look at the passion on the sidelines and in the stands.
There are undoubtedly some pretty heated high school rivalries, but the Musket Bowl matchup might have one of the most unique trophies.
Daniel Boone and David Crockett are two of the most famous historical figures in Tennessee history, and their namesakes have quite the rivalry.
To my understanding, David Crockett and Daniel Boone never met until 1971, and that was the birth of the Musket Bowl.
Those who know say nothing compares to the competitiveness of the Musket Bowl.
This one's just different. You know, it's just different, and I don't think, unless you've been a part of it, that you can explain that or really understand it.
Often called the Super Bowl of Washington County, the prize at the end of the win is no Vince Lombardi trophy. It's an actual musket.
It's the musket, and when you learned about that, you're like, first of all, is this legal?
The musket, a muzzle loader similar to the ones either Crockett or Boone themselves would have carried, has safety measures to make sure it's unable to be fired. Boone Athletic Director Danny Good says having a rifle as the trophy just makes sense.
That's how they survived back at the, and provided for their families was hunting, and they used the long rifle, the musket, if you so will call it, and just part of history.
The winning school keeps the musket for the year after its win. Posing for a photo with that rifle is a tradition for players. 3 wins in a row, and that musket is retired. The schools traded the same musket back and forth for nearly a decade, with no team able to capture those consecutive wins until last year, when Daniel Boone secured its 3rd in a row at home. The number of muskets at each school is a little lopsided. Daniel Boone has 8, Crockett just 1. And that record makes Crockett players even more determined to get their hands on the musket this year.
You know, winning that musket and the pride that they take in, to that at the end of the game, they play for a lot.
Take my word for it, heading out to the Musket Bowl is very exciting to see it in person, but if you can't make it to David Crockett High School this Friday, tune into ABC Tri-Cities or watch online at WJHL.com, because we're going to be broadcasting the game. Reporting in Gray, I'm Karen Jenkins, News Channel 11.
Karen, thank you very much. And yes, once again, we will have a live broadcast of the game. It's this Friday on ABC Tri-Cities, the live stream on our website as well, WJHL.com. And we'll also have a look at coaching tree connections between these two teams during halftime of the game.